An army of lobbyists right now on Capitol Hill with one thing on the agenda, $1 trillion tax holiday for companies' overseas profits. So it's a story you'll see in the latest edition of Bloomberg Business Week. That's on newsstands now. But in the meantime, Megan Hughes is with us from D.C. with a little bit more on the story. Megan.
Good morning, Deirdre. Our team of Capitol Hill analysts at Bloomberg Government teamed up with Business Week, and they really wanted to take a deep dive into what's become a massive corporate push here in Washington. The goal, get a repeat of the 2004 holiday that allowed companies to bring home earnings parked offshore at a tax rate just over 5% instead of the current 35%. And that idea is bringing together multinational powerhouses. We're talking about everybody from Apple to Pfizer. So some unusual bedfellows. And Deirdre, it is one huge bed. Our team found over 160 lobbyists working on this. Over 60 of them used to work in Congress or for the administration. So let's take a look inside this web a little bit. One obvious target for lobbying, Democratic Senator Max Baucus. He's chair of the Tax Writing Finance Committee, also on the super committee that could take on a tax overhaul. His former counsel, Tim Punk, now representing Microsoft, is one of 3 former Baucus staffers now lobbying him for the holiday. Former legislative director Nick Giordano, now with Cisco, is too. So is former chief of staff Jeffrey Forbes, who's now lobbying with Win America. So what's Win America? That's a coalition coordinated by PR firm SKD Knickerbocker and Anita Dunn, former White House communications director. They're representing everybody from Google to Pfizer to Apple, which I mentioned, to the Chamber of Commerce. Now, even though she's a former Obama team member, the coalition crosses party lines. Dina Battle is lobbying for them. She's a former legislative director for Dave Camp. He's the Republican chairman of the Tax Writing House Ways and Means Committee, also on the super committee. So we've come full circle now. The case that all of these lobbyists are making, Deirdre, this tax holiday is going to bring in a flood of cash, more than $1 trillion, as you mentioned, and pump that into the struggling U.S. economy. The con, critics say, it will cost the government almost $78 billion over the next decade.
And Megan, what are the chances this gets through Congress, though?
Well, it does seem to be picking up some momentum. Some top Democrats are starting to sort of play around with the idea. Senator Chuck Schumer from New York said he's open to considering it. One obstacle, though, possibly the Obama administration. They're against it unless it's part of a bigger, broader tax overhaul. Back to you.